You have an unresponsive patient, approximately 20-year-old, found unresponsive face down in the restroom. You walk in the restroom, this person is face down, you see no evidence of foul play, no blood or anything like that. You are the only person in there with this unresponsive person. And I say unresponsive because when you walk in you say, hey, are you okay? They do not respond to that. Okay? So it's you and the person alone in the bathroom. How will you proceed?
You want to
ask for help.
You want to first, if you don't know how long they've been there, so you probably want to start just like an initial round of breath and CPR and then call for help?
Close. That would apply to the ped, okay? To the infant or child. This is an adult patient. So the standard would be to,
Shout for help.
okay, if they're unresponsive, get some help. Get somebody on the way. Okay? Okay? You call for emergency service or you send somebody else to do it. They come back and tell you that they made the call. I need you to call 911 and come back and call. Okay? So we've done that. Now what? Let's roll them over. We get some assistance when you're rolling somebody. Make sure that you support the head. I don't want to just drag them until their head's flopping. Get some help. Somebody support the head. Let's go ahead and get him over. What do I do next?
Check for breath.
Check for breaths. Look, listen, and feel. I tap and shout. Looking down towards the feet. I'm actually looking at the chest. I don't want to look this way because I can't see if the chest is rising. Do a good, thorough assessment. You got to remember, with basic life support, there's two parts. Number one is your assessment. Number two is your treatment. If your assessment is good and accurate, your treatment will actually jump right out at you. You don't have to try to figure out, oh my God, what am I going to do? Okay? If your assessment's good, treatment will actually be relatively simple. All right, this guy's not breathing. Most of us, I'll say a lot of us, look, listen, and feel and check for the pulse at the same time. I don't have a problem with that as long as you understand that a person is not breathing. A person that's not breathing needs air right away. I don't need to sit there and figure out if this is a pulse or not before I give air, especially if I know that they're not breathing. So just understand that. I pinch, I try to give 2 breaths, my breath doesn't go in. What do I do?
Reposition.
Okay, reposition, I pinch, I breathe, my breath still does not go in. Something obstructing, let's take a peek. Okay? I do a tongue jaw lift, take a peek in there, and I don't see anything. I don't see anything. So no blind sweeps. I'm only going to sweep if I can see it. I don't see anything. What do you want to do?
Probably reposition and try one more time.
Okay, we'll try again. You try to breathe. I've got no breaths going in. It's highly likely I have an obstruction, one that is not visible. You're actually going to do, and you said? Close. You remember this? You straddle them and then you push on the belly. Okay, that is gone, out the window. Okay, pushing on the belly is okay if they're upright, they're conscious, and you're going to do the Heimlich maneuver on them if you have somebody that is actually choking. This is for the conscious patient. Okay, this person's unconscious. So what's going to happen here is I'm actually going to do CPR on this person. Yeah. Okay. These are 2005 guidelines. A lot of people don't typically like this intervention. They're actually doing CPR on somebody that potentially could still have a pulse. The reason is different though. Let's say, for example, this is the face, this is the airway here, the chest, and my obstruction is down in here. Doing chest compressions, the objective is to pop this thing up into a position where I can get it. That is why we're doing CPR. So you do your chest compressions. The only difference here is after you do your chest compressions, I'm going to take a peek and see if it came up into a position that I can get it. Okay? Don't go pushing on his belly. Do your chest compressions. Take a peek. If you don't see anything, try to give a breath. It doesn't go in. I'm going to do my chest compressions. Okay? And repeat the cycle. So it's basically CPR with a snippet of an intervention of taking a look. Yeah.
Do we still check for pulse, right?
Good question.
Because can you say
If we're thinking about our ABCs, airway, breathing, circulation, If I have a problem with A and B, do I even get to C? Yeah, because it's actually irrelevant at this point because I don't have an airway. And if airway is king, it's the priority, then my whole objective is to clear that obstruction. That's what I'm going to be doing. Okay? So, let's say you're struggling with this. You're doing chest compressions. You don't see anything. You try to breathe. You can't get any air in. You try to breathe. You can't get any air in. You go back to chest compressions. You take a peek. And you're not getting an airway. This is why calling 911 would have been a good thing to do early, which is what we did. Because you're going to want somebody there.